Hey everybody, it's HillsidePrepper552. Just got done recording the medical preparedness episode that will be coming out this afternoon. It's going to be scheduled, but I figured now is a good time to be talking about some things that are going on, continuing our discussion from yesterday, just because there's a lot going on, a lot that has changed overnight, especially with the gas thing. So we're going to jump right into it. Article from Fox News this morning, and I apologize, my focus shifts. I have two screens I'm working off of. So, the Colonial Pipeline CEO is warning of fuel shortages following cyber attack. This is going to be linked down in the description. This is a Fox Business article by Bradford Betts. So, we're still looking at this cyber attack today. Today's Tuesday, May 11th, and the cyber attack occurred over the weekend. Now, I'm going to try to include this graphic. And if I can't include this graphic, I will definitely put it down in a link because it's going to be in the article as well. But you can see where the pipeline goes. It goes from all the way from Texas through Louisiana, up through Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, up north to Virginia, Maryland, and it stops off in New Jersey with smaller pipelines coming off Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia. But Virginia is the problem today. So the gas stations supplied by the pipeline were reporting shortages Monday evening. Patrick DeHaan, an oil and refined product analyst, tweeted that Virginia was reporting 5% of stations without gasoline and rising. So, what is causing 5% of stations to run out of gas so quickly? Panic buying. We're back at panic buying mode again. Just like with the toilet paper at the beginning of the pandemic, people are panic buying. They probably didn't see the news over the weekend, and instead of going out and getting it, at a steady rate where the stations have the ability to continue to refuel with what we have now, everybody went out at once and panic bought. So that's our huge indicator right now, is that we're going to have gas hikes and we're going to have fuel shortages on the East Coast. Today, I looked at our gas prices up here in New York. In my area, hasn't relatively changed, maybe gone up or down a couple cents. But like I said, who knows what's going to happen with this? And this is moving a lot quicker than I thought it was going to, because the article yesterday in Fox News discussed, the scenarios if this goes to Wednesday, if this goes to next week, if this goes to next month. But this is, 5% of stations in Virginia without gasoline is quite a lot. I mean, you don't see stations running out of gas hardly at all anymore, and especially in 2021, and especially with all the oil and refined fuels of the world that we can get. So that's an issue. That's a big issue that I was worried about, and it's starting to become reminiscent of the 1970s with the fuel shortage. The only exception is we don't have an embargo on us from OPEC. So our gas futures are ticking higher. Futures for crude and fuel are going to go up. So the average price has jumped 6 cents over last 2 weeks. Fox News is reporting it to be $3.02 per gallon, $1.05 higher than a year ago. If you go to the AAA gas price website, they say that our national average today is $2.985 per gallon. So I mean, it's just a little bit off, off by a few cents. But again, the AAA is going to be in the link down below. But you can again see some of the states. The more red it gets is the higher. If it's blue, like a darker blue, it's a lot cheaper. So New York State, our averages are about 301, and in most counties down in the western and central portion are hanging below $3 in the $2.90 range, which is probably guaranteed to change very quickly. But AAA also has a story that was released out yesterday. Gas prices jumped 6 cents on a week, likely to climb higher with major pipeline shutdown. So they're talking about this. The pipeline shutdown is probably one of the biggest news stories of the week, if not for the next few weeks, especially as we head into summer. Again, I mentioned it yesterday. What do we use fuel for? We don't just use it for our cars. We use it for our lawnmowers. We use it for our boats. We use it for pretty much everything. We use oil in our engines. So this is something that's really going to have a major impact on us. But there is, AAA says we have a sufficient gasoline supply in the United States of 235.8 million barrels, but you know you have to get it. There could be some residual delays from the pipeline for 15, 18 days. So you're talking almost, you could be talking a full 3 weeks. And yesterday, AAA ironically said that they urge against panic buying. That didn't happen. A lot of people went out and panic buyed, especially last night. Must be it just hit the mainstream news on the television. I wouldn't know because I don't watch the mainstream news on the television, but and another big thing today is the stock market's down. Everything's following the fuel problem. So S&P is down. They're down quite a bit, 48.29. The Dow's down 1191. Nasdaq's down 75.48. Russell 2000, I'm not sure what that one is. They're down 29.44. But with inflation, and the oil, crude oil's down again today, down 27 cents per barrel. I don't know why they're saying silver's down. Silver was last listed at 27.55. Maybe if I refresh the page on that, 27.57. So it's gone up another couple cents since I looked at this. But going back to the stock market, what's up again is the euro compared to U.S. dollar. I mentioned this yesterday with inflation. The euro's $1.21 over the U.S. If you flip it around, the U.S. dollar would be about 0.80 still, maybe 0.79 or 0.81 depending on what's going on with inflation. But we're heading towards the hyperinflation. But the gas price thing is, and the oil cyber hack thing is really an important thing that's going on. I'm sure that a lot of fuel was reserved and held because of the pandemic. People weren't buying it as much. But when we started seeing states open up and we started seeing, warmer weather and a decrease in infections between waves, people went out, they wanted vacations, and a lot of people don't just fly. They drive their vehicles way down south or way west or wherever. But, so this is something important to keep an eye on, and the Associated Press is keeping an eye on this. But again, when you have a cyber attack on one aspect of the pipeline, it does affect the other aspect of it. You can't open up all the operations because now you're just opening your network up for more cyber attacks. So, in a private meeting, this is back on the Fox News article, the CEO of the pipeline, Joseph Blunt, said that the company wouldn't resume shipments until the ransomware had been removed. That could take some time, even though the FBI is on that. Again, what are they demanding for this ransomware? They're demanding that the company pays in Bitcoin. Again, cryptocurrency, so it's not traceable. This type of hack is similar to what happened to one of the local area hospitals a few years ago. Right before I started working, I might have mentioned this yesterday, but they were hacked, had access to every file. They shut down computer systems, so it was back to paper and pen, and they demanded, I think it was like $25 million worth of Bitcoin or something like that. And I'm not really sure how that ended, but this is something that frequently happens, and gangs like this dark side supposedly take this information if the companies don't pay the ransomware, and they put it on the dark web for other individuals to have. So what's going to happen with this? I don't know. Can the FBI crack it? Who knows? But this is something to be planning for. Again, this is why we prep, because of a situation like this where people go out and panic buy. If you went out and filled your tanks on Sunday or Saturday, like a lot of other preppers recommended, you'd probably be doing good. If you already stockpiled gas, that's great. But this is the situations we try to avoid because you don't want to run out of something. You don't want to be on the side of the road with no gas because you waited and now you can't get gas. So gas prices are going to go up. Our supply of it's probably going to go down real quickly. Virginia is already experiencing that. The stock market's down. And if we look at silver today, silver again is up $27.57 on the spot price. It's up 7 cents. Gold Gold is down right now, $5.80. Platinum's also down $31.60, and palladium's down $39.70. So the palladium dropped it below 3,000 per ounce. So again, AppMax is where I go for all these things. Silver is a good place, or it's a good place to buy silver. But again, all these links will be in the description here. If there's anything further that I can update on, I will. Just want to say thank you guys for following, watching the videos. If you like the video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. It really helps with all the algorithms. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because, again, like I just said, I just got done doing one video and I hopped on to do this video because of what's going on. So I think it's important to put information out. So if you subscribe and hit the notifications bell, you get a notification when I upload a video. I am also running a blog website. It's through WordPress, but if you type in HillsidePrepper552.com, you'll get the blog. Again, I'm going to try to keep that as updated as I can, but those are just different types of ways. And my email is attached in those different types of things, the YouTube channel and the blog. So, all right, guys, it's going to do it for this. I guess you would say it's a special edition, but it's not really. But that's going to do it for this video. Keep an eye on those gas prices. Make sure you're getting stocked up on it. And if anything else comes out, I'll let you know. But until next time, this is HillsidePrepper552.